It's official, Stars has switched to the Super Witch Druid Fireball attack strategy and he is insane with it. Today we're going to see some of his best attacks, including him swagging an insane number of spells. I want to start off by highlighting this Fireball Stars does, so look at it. He places the invis spell like this. Now he is, as you can see right here, I'm going to let it go a bit further, he is targeting the ricochet cannon here. But notice he didn't put down like say an archer or something to test for traps. Now this is generally what you should do. But look at where the invis is, right? Even if a Tesla popped right in front of his warden, it would be invisible anyway because of the spell. Now if the Tesla was right here, I think there is room for it, it would probably pull it. So I still recommend you all put down an archer first before you do the fireballs. But if you're not going to do it, make sure your invis spell covers where the Teslas could be. Because really the only way you can fail with this attack strategy is if your fireball gets baited. But even then, if you mess up the fireball, it is very easy to recover this attack strategy. That's why it's so good. That's why I recommend it to a lot of you out there. Because this attack strategy, yeah, it's a little more complex than, say, the Root Rider spam, but it is definitely very much a savable attack strategy. So we've got the Fireball there. Now, these single Infernos are being a pain. You can see here Stars is bringing 3 Rages with the Army comp. He's not going to really use many of the Rage spells today, and I'd almost recommend you all, instead of bringing 3 Rages, bring an extra Freeze and an extra Invis in this attack strategy, because so many people are running single Infernos at the moment. I mean, look at this base. I believe it has, 3 single Infernos, and that is the meta at the moment because no one can stop these Super Witch attacks. The single Infernos are not only far better against Super Witches, but they're much more of a deterrent for the Warden Walks. No one's going to Warden Walk where they do their Fireball straight into a single Inferno. Stars got a little close there, but still, no one's really going to do it. CC comes out here and it is not really doing any damage to us. Yes, it is an Ice Golem CC, but I'd only recommend you run a full Ice Golem CC on a base where, you know, there is a bunch of damage that your Ice Golems are tanking for. That actually helps Stars there because it got his King back up to full health. He's put the jump spell down here. I'm surprised he didn't pop the King ability here and save the jump spell for the back end of the base. But alas, he hangs on to the King ability. That will pop in a second and you're going to see the insane range of the King ability. Look at that. So much value. And this, for me, is the one part of the attack that I actually kind of disagree with what Stars is doing. Aside from obviously not putting the Archer down to test for Teslas, is the fact that he often uses the Royal Champion by herself. Now, the Royal Champion is still really strong, even if you're running the Hog Buffet and the Haste Vial. But you don't generally want to use the Royal Champion by herself unless you have to for time. Now, if you thought the swagging in the last attack was crazy, just have a look at this. So, we're coming in on these double invis ring bases, and the only value for the Fireball is right in the core. So we've got to get the Warden to the core. So Stars here, no Warden Walk or anything. We're going to spam the Siege Barracks on one side, the Queen on the other. He's kind of treating this like Root Rider spam, and a lot of you might like this, because this is a super simple way to take down these double invis ring bases. Now, 2 of the Super Witches do walk on the outside of the base. That's fine because all we need for the core here is the Fireball and the King ability. The 2 of them are going to work in tandem. So first, you use the Fireball, and we're going to use it not only to get value, but to activate both Invis Towers. And then look at this. The Invis Towers go off and our heroes have to go, or all our troops have to go past the Town Hall. Now this is what the base wants. However, the Spiky Ball and the Earthquake Brutes is insane. The Earthquake Brutes not opening up any walls there, but damaging every single building in the core. And even though we don't have many troops there, easy to finish off all these weakened buildings. We have the Royal Champion on the top side, and that's 3 stars. I mean, what? So cool. So if you want to take down the double invis bases, this is your best way to do it. I'm glad I could highlight this for you all. So thanks to Stars for sharing this attack. I mean, it was awesome to see. So there you go. If you've ever had a question on these double invis core bases, that's how you take it down. If the 2 invis towers are on the outside of the base, then just fireball it. And I mean, look at that. A beautiful display of swag spells. 9 swag spell space. Stars only knows one way, and that's crushing bases. Now you need to remember with this army comp, you have only got the 2 invis spells, but often going for a good funnel is more important than absolute value. So Stars here is going to get rid of, well, he does get rid of the single Inferno in the core, so it's undoubtedly good value, but it's what's more important in this is this whole compartment has gone down. And look, there is a lot left on the base, but it is basically a straight line across the base here. Well, straight line to the town hall and then another straight line to the top, which makes it much easier to funnel and control where all your troops go. We've got the queen on the outside of the base with the siege barracks. He's running the frozen arrow on the queen. I don't know how I feel about this. I genuinely think the healer puppet is better, but I'd love to hear from all of you who run this attack strategy. Now, this attack I deliberately put in the video because we're not going to see mass swag. No. This attack's going to go quite wrong, and it's all because the king here gets wrecked. Look, the single Inferno's on the king at the moment, freezing for him, but the king ability goes off, and look at this. It does a lot of damage, but a lot of the buildings nearby were weak anyway. Then he goes down immediately. The headhunters go and kill the warden, and we've lost the rage gem. You're seeing right there that 2 ice gun, 3 headhunter is the best CC in the game for a reason. So look at this right here. We've got the Royal Champion committed to the top side. She's got a single Inferno on her, and he's only got the 1 invis spell. The Queen's doing great work on the bottom. We have no way to access the town hall other than the Queen over here, and a lot of these troops aren't fully healthy, and you will not have the Rage Gem on the Druids. So that must mean this attack's going to get pretty close, right? Well, I guess we'll see in a second. Defensive Royal Champion forces the Royal Champion ability, but look at this. I mean, the Mirror Clones are doing great work. The Royal Champion's doing great work. Even with the nerfed Hog Puppet, the Hogs are doing some great tanking because if there's no giant bombs, they're still really good, and the Super Witches are still powering through, and this is overkill. Yes, the Fireball got great value, but you can make mistakes with this attack and still crush bases, and that's, for me, the sign of the best attack in the meta. And we're going to finish with an attack on a double rage box base here, and you know what Stars is going for. So he puts the warden down, testing for any Sams. Testing for any Teslas or traps in general, and look at that. The fireball goes seamlessly into the core of the base, and that is so much value. Notice he didn't deliberately activate the town hall beforehand, so what you can do, if you want the fireball to target the town hall, quake slightly before you do the fireball, and it will target it. But Stars wanted the fireball to go past the town hall, because it was still going to damage it, but it was also going to get the rage tower, which is deeper in the base. Now have a look at this. 1 Rage Druid is enough to keep the Warden up 1v1 versus the Town Hall. I didn't know that, and it's kind of an important interaction to know, because when the Druid becomes a bear, if it's only 1 bear, the Warden won't follow it, but I'm pretty sure if it's 2 bears, the Warden will. So if you can only put 1 Druid on your Warden, you are allowed to extend your Warden walk beyond the life of that Druid, whereas if you have to put 2 Druids down, then you've got a set time where your Warden walk has to finish. Yet again, we're coming in with the major Super Witch push here. We've got the jump spells for the king. You can see those headhunters are really a pain for the king. He loses a lot of health, and the king ability ends up popping too early. You can bet Stars wanted to pop this king ability right next to the clan castle, but thankfully, even despite all the different compartments in the core here, the Super Witches are a ranged unit, and they will be able to reach all of these raged defenses, and the queen on the bottom side is going to go to work. Now, he might not need the healer puppet on the queen because he seems to be using a druid every attack with either the Peckers or the queen on the funnel. So maybe the healer puppet isn't needed because the frozen arrow obviously gives your queen a lot of extra DPS, but also the slowdown effect. And look at this. He gets rid of the last 25 buildings in the last 12 seconds. That's a sign of an overwhelming 3-star. So many troops up. And here's the thing. Stars shared with me 8 attacks. Now, I'm only going to show 4 in today's video. I don't want to go super long. But if you'd like to see more Stars attacks on the channel, I've got 4 more replays I can show. Show your support for him. Say, we love Stars in the comments. Or, you know, I'd love to see another Stars video. Show the other 4 attacks. You guys know what you should be commenting down below if you want to see more of him using this crazy army. But if you want to see more of Na'Vi, yesterday we posted Klaus's attacks and he's still using Root Rider spam, and we're going to link that video on the left because he is still crushing bases with the best spam strategy.